What are you giggling for? We haven't even started. We are live as of right now on the second episode of
The
The Newlyweds.
Newlyweds.
What do we got going on today, Elizabeth? We got a great show planned. We are just going to be talking about first dates, am I right?
Yes.
I'm going to need you to pull it together because, like, you're not matching the intensity that I'm bringing right now. And I'm firing on all cylinders.
You are. So we're filming tonight. It's a Tuesday night, and we're feeling very
The
chaotic.
club
so
going up
on
on
a
a
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're feeling chaotic, so it should be a good episode. How was your day, Brian?
Man, these people
Tell
really
me.
just bringing me down.
Yeah?
Yeah, just coworkers, typical coworker stuff that everybody goes through, I feel, with coworkers. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, not in a bad way. They just nag at you.
Yeah.
Some people have bad attitudes on certain days, and I'm just always happy.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just try to bring you down, and you just can't let it happen. That's at the end of the day.
They just haven't realized you're a star yet. You're a big podcaster
Oh, no,
now.
don't get it twisted. I mean, I'm dealing with, a lot of star power right now. Like, everybody's just been coming up to me and
They're loving the podcast.
they're just loving the podcast. So I'm going through a lot of struggles right now of, becoming famous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how famous people do it. Like, I'm understanding, why some of them go crazy.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's starting to go to my head that, like, I'm really famous right now.
Yeah.
So that's about it for me. But in all seriousness, no, work was good today. It's been good the past couple of days. Obviously, Monday, Tuesday. Still got the rest of the week, so we'll see how that goes. But my day was good. You got some big news in the work life.
Yeah.
Why don't we let the people know?
Yeah, so on Friday I found out I'm getting a promotion at work. I'm officially an engineer now.
Woo woo! We rich, bitches!
So I was an intern before. I started as an intern in September, and I applied for the new quality engineering position, and I just got it. So feeling very excited, very
No
hopeful.
surprise there.
Yeah, no surprise, but I'm pretty happy,
Definitely. That's big moves.
Yeah, but that's actually a great segue into our new segment. So Brian thought we should do a new segment called Liz's Random Thoughts. Do you want to tell them?
Yeah, so my wife is, like, notorious for constantly just having these, like, weird facts that nobody should know. Like, nobody should know half the things that this girl tells me on a regular basis. So I figured I might as well share it to, the globe, because the globe should be able to see, like, what's going on in that beautiful little mind of yours. So I figured we might do a little segment of Elizabeth's Random Facts. And I guess, from my understanding as of right this moment, that's about to be now.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, sir.
So have you ever heard of Lucky Girl Syndrome?
No.
Okay, so I found out about it on TikTok, but there's this thing called Lucky Girl Syndrome, and I think I have it. But basically, it's just, I guess, like a mental state. I don't really know. It's like a theory that you just think everything's gonna go your way. You're just the luckiest girl in the world, and, like, everything's gonna go right for you. And lately, I just feel like that's really me.
I mean, yeah. I don't see you. You've had a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot of good.
So let me tell you guys why I think I have Lucky Girl Syndrome. So right after college,
Hold on. How is this a random fact?
This is not random. Well, Lucky Girl Syndrome, you never heard of it?
I know, but, like, it's not, like, an actual fact. Like, this is just something
No,
that somebody
this
made
is
up
real.
and said, oh,
This is
we're
real.
going to call this Lucky Girl
This
Syndrome.
is real. I'm about to tell you guys why it's real. I'm real, living proof of Lucky Girl Syndrome. So anyways, college, I was a senior in college about to end, no jobs lined up, no idea what I want to do next. And then COVID happens. And so, no one's expecting any of us to, like, have our lives planned out because COVID happened. So, like, the world's kind of on a pause. So I didn't really have to figure it out too quickly.
That's not true.
But
People
anyways,
that were in the workforce were going through a lot of stuff.
But anyways,
Yours truly.
So I decided I was going to go to grad school, and I wanted to do engineering. And obviously I didn't have the engineering bachelor's. So I'm, like, looking into all these schools, and they're all, like, you would have to go back and like do all these prereqs, whatever. And Brian was moving back home to Florida, so I was looking for schools in Florida, and there just happened to be one school that said they would take me. They said, "Oh yeah, you don't need any prereqs, like we'll take you." So I get into grad school, I don't have the prereqs, whatever. Go to grad school, and then I'm like, "Oh shoot, I got to move to Florida. How am I gonna pay to live out there?" So the apartments I'm looking at, they're like, "Oh yeah, 3 months free," and I'm like, "Wow, So it's really working out for me. So I get to move. I get to move to Florida. I get into the school. I move to the apartment, 3 months free, and then I get a job that's work from home.
Yep.
And it like works out my class schedule perfectly, so I get work from home. And my school is like an hour away from where I live, and they're like, "Yeah, you can do school online." So like it's really just all working out for me. And then we decided we want to move to Denver, and like within 2 weeks I get a job. And then now I'm in Denver. I'm an intern, and I'm like, wow, I really wish I was an engineer. An engineer job opens, and I get it. So
Maybe.
and then I get engaged to the love of my life.
Oh jeez.
Have the wedding of my dreams.
Oh,
I was
geez.
so last minute planning everything, and it all worked out for me. I booked my photographer a month before the wedding, and she was available, and she was amazing.
She
And
was. Shout out Sarah.
shout out Sarah Barber
Yeah,
Photography.
definitely.
She's
She's
amazing.
fantastic.
But like, it's really all working out for me. So, anyways, my next manifestation, I'm manifesting becoming an influencer. So if you see me in a year, famous on a yacht, you guys are all invited because I'm gonna be an influencer, and you guys are gonna help me get there.
Dang. Okay. I like that.
So lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have lucky girl syndrome?
No.
No, not for you.
I've had a lot of stuff go on that's not been so good.
Okay, well maybe
I've had a mixed bag.
maybe just start manifesting that for yourself.
I don't believe as strongly as you do in manifestation.
Well, maybe that's why you don't have lucky girl syndrome.
No, my life is great. Like, I mean, my life from beginning till now is so blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I don't believe in it as much, strictly due to the fact because I truly think it's God. Like, I don't know about manifestation and all. Like, that's just
Why
God.
not both?
Sure, it can be both, but like, if you're gonna tell me that versus God is more powerful, I'm not gonna believe you. It doesn't need to be like just whatever though. Like it's all about just positivity, just working in your favor. That's all.
Yeah.
Like just staying positive, not being negative. Because like when you're negative, that's when things do happen.
Yeah.
Just gotta stay positive in all aspects, regardless of what you're going through. Like you're gonna get through it. It's not gonna be the end of the day.
Yeah.
Push through.
So, anyways, that was my random thoughts of the day. Lucky girl syndrome. You guys try it out.
Yep. Cool.
Manifest that life you want.
I
Okay?
like that. Well, I like the new segment. I'm interested to see what's to come because I know there's a lot of weird shit going on up in that brain.
Oh yeah, I actually started a list because sometimes I just like think random thoughts and I'm like, oh my god, that would be so funny. Like Brian would love that, but I forget, so I have to write it down so I can remember to tell you.
We need the list.
So, anyways, I have a note in my phone.
Cool.
It's got Liz random thoughts, and Lucky Girl Syndrome was one of them. So.
I think we should date those two.
Okay.
Just to keep a date on it, so when we're looking back 50 years of our happy marriage and life, and we can go, wow, Elizabeth on, February 28th, 2023, thought this.
Yeah.
And just see how you've grown, or if it came to fruition, or.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do it like that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, you guys heard it here first. I'm gonna be an influencer.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I hope you make it because I would love to ride your coattails.
Yeah.
To fame.
I got you.
Well, I'm already there. Like, I really am. So we'll get there together. I mean, you're just catching up.
Anyways, today's episode is going to be all about first dates.
Yes.
We left it up to our Instagram followers. I made a poll on our Instagram story, and I let you guys vote, and you guys decided on first dates. So...
Thank God. I literally love first dates. Why are you squeaking a dog toy?
Sorry, that was my bad. But anyways, today's topic, first dates.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Should we get into it?
Yeah, how do you want to handle it? How do you start it?
Well, let's start with our first date.
Okay, you take that.
Me tell it?
You tell it, yeah.
Okay. So
don't miss a beat or a detail. I want it all because I'm sure there's things that I don't know that you didn't tell me at the time, and I want to know every bit of it to see if I should have even given you an opportunity.
Well, you married me, so I think it all worked out for us.
I would say so, but I just want to know what was going on in college Elizabeth's head, freshman or sophomore college Elizabeth.
Yeah, so me and Brian, we met my freshman year, and we were friends like the whole time.
You had a boyfriend of 5 years.
Okay, anyways.
Well, we're going to get all the details out.
That's a story for another episode. But
Juicy.
we met my freshman year. We were friends like the whole time. And then sophomore year started.
We were friends because I knew I was going to marry you.
Yeah.
And I told you this, and we'll get to. I guess this is our relationship is crazy. Anyways,
yeah,
sorry.
that's a whole nother episode. We'll do an episode on.
I was rejected originally.
On all of that, but anyways, we didn't really start. I guess we didn't start dating until my sophomore year. So it was the beginning of my sophomore year, and
Boys Midnight was the actual. I would say not our first date, but the start of our relationship.
I would agree with that. But anyways.
That's when we knew it was going down.
Oh, yeah. We knew. That's when we knew.
Anyways, sorry.
So it was our sophomore year. Well, my sophomore year. Brian was a junior.
Yeah.
And Brian had asked me to go to dinner. And he had asked me to go to this place called Kaminari.
Delicious place.
Now, if you went to LSU, you guys know Kaminari. It's like a sushi buffet. It's all you can eat.
First of all, it's not just sushi, though. It's hibachi.
Okay, sushi hibachi buffet, okay?
Correct. Thank you. The hibachi is a big key that you just cannot, neglect,
So, anyways, hibachi buffet with sushi.
Romantic?
Not the most romantic spot for a first date. So, Brian asked me to go to Kaminari for a first date. And, I was really excited. I had a crush on Brian. I really liked him.
Who didn't?
And, I knew this was going to go somewhere. And I was like, this cannot be our first date place. Like, we cannot have a buffet as our first date.
It's
a little tacky.
I'm not classifying Kaminari as a buffet.
It is. If you guys went to LSU, leave us a comment. You guys know it's a sushi buffet. So, anyways, it's like the week of the date, and I had a test for a class. So I told Brian that I had to reschedule my test during the date because I was like,
Wait, so you didn't actually have to reschedule the test? Like you already took the test?
I think I did reschedule it, but I definitely used this as an excuse to not go to Kaminari.
Oh, so I was rejected twice.
No. Because I wanted to go out with Brian, but I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to
My
be.
loving wife.
I didn't want it to be Kaminari. So, anyways,
why not just say that though? Like, hey,
well, I didn't want to tell you.
I really just don't like Kaminari. Can we go somewhere else? Like a normal person.
I was.
You started our relationship off on a lie.
I was trying to play hard to get, and it worked. So
you played hard to get the entire summer.
Hey, we're married now, so I think it worked in my favor.
No, your hard to get did not work. I blew you off when we came back. Whatever. Keep going. This is about first dates, not about all that.
So, anyways, I don't know what happened, but the next week, Brian asked me out to dinner again, and this time he asked me to go to Superior Grill.
I shouldn't have, I guess.
So, Superior Grill, that was acceptable to me. It's a little Mexican restaurant. They have margaritas, chips and salsa. It's a cute little place, and so that was acceptable. So I accepted this date, and Brian came and picked me up. He took me to Superior Grill. We, had a wonderful time, and then we went to the movies, and it was a great first date.
Yep.
And then I guess a couple months later, I got to meet Brian's parents at Superior Grill also. So
full circle.
Very cute. Very cute.
Yeah, Superior's a good spot. I mean, it's just easy. There's nothing. You don't have to get all dressed up. You're not dressing super nice or super fancy. Reasonably priced and everything. So it's just a good spot.
It was a perfect spot. And who doesn't love tacos and margaritas? So.
I know. True.
So I guess now we can get into...
Wait, to add though, I think this is an important aspect.
Yeah.
we did not kiss on our first date, like after our first date.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's like just for when we talk about later, like with the expectations or if it's a failure first date or not. I just think that's something that's like an important factor. Like, people might put stress on like not getting a kiss or if they got a kiss or whatever it is. So that's just us. We did not kiss on our first date.
Brian was a true gentleman. No first kiss for us.
My mom and dad would not be. They'd be upset if I was anything less.
So I guess let's get into our expectations for first dates. So from a man's perspective, Brian, like what are your expectations for a first date with your woman?
So for me on a first date in the past, I never really went into first dates with any expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like it's a first date, like it's just that. Like both of us are nervous, there's a lot going on and there's a lot of, different feelings that you're having and it's just for me if you put expectations on it, it's just going to make it even harder for you to have a good date. So I liked to go into first dates
You gotta clarify that, ladies, he's off the market.
with no expectations, and just trying to get to know, the beautiful girl that I'm with, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just get to know her like on a different level. I can't give too much, expectation wise on like a blind date or something like that, or
Mm-hmm.
something that I didn't have like a friendship at the bare minimum prior. Like I've always, kind of had a friendship with the girl before going on a first date. Just because like one, like I want to get to know you as a personality, like prior to that to see if like even our personalities match. And so if they do, then I'll go on that first date and just try to find out, more about you on like a deeper side. So I would kind of use like a first date as far as like trying to get to know them, like as far as their family, siblings, are they close with them, where they're from, so just stuff like that. And then I am, as the man on a date, I will be paying for everything.
Very good.
I wouldn't make my beautiful lady friend pay for anything. That's just me, though. I know, in today's world. Oh, and of course, like, I'm going to be holding the doors open your car door, pull your chair out at the dinner table. If there's like a water pitcher on the desk, like, I'm going to be pouring your water, filling you off, or topping you off. So anything that a man should do, I'm going to continue. I'm going to do that on the first date.
Love it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't do it as much now. Like I still do it, but I don't like do it like that. Like I'm really trying to impress this girl. Like, wow, he is so sweet. Wow, I could have this for, forever or something just to make that girl feel special.
Well, that
like,
is the impression you gave me, so don't worry.
Yeah, so I just want to make that girl feel special and I'm just, that's all I'm trying to do at the end of the day. And then that's really about it for me. I'm not trying to do anything more than that. I'm just trying to get to know the girl. And if a kiss happens, great. If not, it is what it is. It's nothing serious. Hopefully on date number 2 we'll get a kiss. Maybe, I don't know. But those are my expectations as a man and what I'll be doing, and how I'm approaching it as far as like Another thing, awkward silence. It is going to happen on the date. I mean, I don't care who you are. Like you're gonna have like whether it's a minute, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever. It's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Just accept it, embrace it, be one with it.
Mm-hmm.
Take a sip of water, gather your thoughts, and then just shoot something off.
Yeah.
That's about it. But yeah, don't get awkward silence and don't let that all, baffle you.
Well, don't worry. We're gonna give you guys some example first date questions, so you guys can just save those in case you have the awkward silence.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah. That's good.
bring it up to them.
Definitely. So, what about you? What are you expecting from a man? What are you expecting as the girl? Expectations? Talk to me.
So, as a woman, if a man wants to date me, I'm expecting him to do the planning, do the asking, pick me up, all the things, Like if you want to date me,
Wine and dine.
I want to be wined and dined.
Wine and dine.
And I want to see the effort you're going to make. I want to make sure that that I am special and I am worth I'm priceless, I'm priceless. And so I want you guys to know that, and like I'm not just giving my time out to everyone and anyone. So you better plan something good. Better be fun. I better have a good time, and yeah, just show me that you're going to put some effort in.
Yeah, no, that's important. Like, no, that's a
Your
big
your
key.
your time is valuable, ladies and guys. Your time is valuable, you know? Don't go wasting it on just any riffraff, you know?
Mm, mm.
They gotta put in the effort. They gotta plan something, and it's gotta be good. You know, no sushi buffets.
You're such a hater. Holy.
Not for the first date. After that, me and Brian were like regulars at Kaminari after that. But you know, first date wasn't gonna be us. So yeah, I'm expecting the full package. You know, wined and dined. I want him to open my door, pull out my chair, all the things.
So did you go on any dates that wasn't the case? Like first dates? I guess yours though.
No.
I mean, your
Well,
history is just so
Yeah.
like it's like two people.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you actually my first date ever. So my first date ever, I was in 8th grade. And
This
okay,
is what I,
no,
this
no,
is
no,
the
no.
problem though.
This
Like,
is a good story. This is a good story. It's funny.
why are you dating in 8th grade?
Oh my god, it was just to the movies. So anyways,
It's not the point though. It's just too early.
okay, anyways, let me tell you the story. So I was in 8th grade. This little guy asked me out, and he asked me to go
Are
to
we
the movies.
doing names or no names?
No names. He asked me to go to the movies. So I was excited, you know. I was getting ready. I had, you know, a little mascara, all the things. I had my little cute outfit on. And he was like, oh, I'm going to come pick you up. So we can't drive in 8th grade, obviously. So he comes pick me up with his mom. His mom drives him to my house. They both come
He
to...
couldn't even pull up on the Razor scooter and just peel off?
They both come to the house. So sweet, so polite. He and his mom introduces themselves to like my parents and my sisters. Comes to the door, gets me, whatever.
I would hope so in 8th grade.
Yeah, so it was really sweet. So my mom is like watching through the door as I'm like walking out, and she's like thinking it's so cute. He opens the car door for me, puts me in, like I'm getting in the back
Oh,
seat of his
man.
mom's car,
How did I survive?
and so
Guy seems like a winner.
I'm getting into the back seat of his mom's car, and I think he's gonna get in next to me. He shuts the door and gets in the front seat with his mom.
Is that weird?
Yes.
He should have been in the back.
So like his mom's driving, he's in the front seat, and I'm in the back seat. We're going on a date.
Save room for Jesus.
So, anyways, that was my
Wait,
first date
do you remember
story.
the movie or no? That's too far.
I want to say it was like a Fast and Furious type of thing. I don't really remember.
Not very romantic.
No. So that was my first date. What about you? You remember
Kiss?
your first date? No, not a kiss. We were in 8th grade.
Oh, now it's a problem. Okay. My first date wasn't until college.
Ooh.
So I just went to a little. This is at Valencia. I just went to a little coffee shop and just had coffee with this girl.
Oh, cute.
That was it, and that was nothing more. That was it. It never happened again. We never talk again.
Oh, it was a bad first date.
It was just we just didn't see eye to eye. We just weren't, we just weren't vibing like me and you.
Oh.
So I didn't blow anybody off their feet or vice versa.
Well, probably
Not
for
like
the
you.
best it didn't work out with her.
Yeah, but I don't waste my time. I
Yeah.
don't just.
You're valuable.
No, it's just like I just don't need to be in a relationship to be happy.
Yeah.
There's people like that
Yeah.
that just sit in relationships. They're not even happy in them, but they just want to say they have somebody.
Who?
Yeah, I'm looking at you. And then luckily you could have missed your husband. You know?
Yeah.
Wow. What? Oh, man.
I'm telling you, I'm just lucky. I'm lucky.
Talk about luck. That's your luck.
Yeah.
Wow. Where would you be?
Yeah. So.
Where would we be if we didn't have each other?
I don't know. Don't want to think about that.
I don't know what I'd be doing. It wouldn't be good though. I'd be lost without you.
Okay. So moving on. First dates. Do you think? Let me ask you this question. Do you think you should have a plan to get out if things are going bad? Or have you ever? Have you ever had to have a plan to get out of a date because it was going bad? Like you had a friend that was going to call you and say,
okay, one, I'm a grown ass man. If I'm not having a good time, I'll just be like, hey, like, I'm sorry, this just isn't working. Like, can we just, pay the bill,
Yeah.
and head out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've never had that happen
Yeah.
because like I don't even know how to explain it, like how it went down.
Yeah.
But no, me as a man, I would not have a code word. I would be strong enough to say like, hey, like this just isn't working.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to still pay the bill, or whatever we're doing, and just go head out and play some video games with the boys after.
Yeah.
What about you? It seems like you have a thought or you've planned something.
So I've never had to do this, but
Did you have a plan when we went out?
no,
You
because
didn't
I
have
liked you.
Yeah, but you didn't know me like that. What if I got to dinner and I was
I
just a
knew
complete
you.
weirdo?
We were friends.
I know we were friends, but like we were always with somebody else. Like
No.
we never spent any time together alone before that.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't have the plan, but I think as a woman in today's society, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to have a plan just in case.
Me neither. There's a lot of weirdos.
In case things go bad. So like, I mean, definitely girls, if you're going on a date, like I would tell a friend or somebody, you know, just in case you don't know these men. So
No, you
I would
don't.
I would have a friend at least who knows where you're going and who you're going with if you don't know him.
I agree.
And yeah, maybe have a code word if things are going bad.
See, I agree with you, but I don't agree with you on the front that you're handling it.
What do you mean?
Like the way you're handling it. Like why do you need excuse me, why do you need to have a code word? Like why can't you guys just, have the courage or it's honestly the decency. Like the decency to say like, "Hey, this just isn't going to work. Like I'm just not interested in you and on this level. Like we can still be friends, but as far as the relationship goes, I'm not interested."
Well,
Why can't you just have the decency to do that? Because like I know I know who this like people that this happened to,
yeah.
and like it really doesn't do like that guy's like self-confidence in any kind of way. Like it honestly makes him feel shitty,
I don't think it's
and like that
about
might not be your intent, but that's the way like that it goes down. Like there's no need for you guys to handle it like that.
I don't think it's about like, and I don't think this is for all guys, but like I don't think it's about like the decency. I think it's more about safety for women. Because like dating today for women is like, especially if you don't know them, like it could be kind of dangerous. Like people are crazy and people don't always have the best intentions
But
and
like, okay, can women not be dangerous?
they can. That's why I said people are crazy.
So
'Cause-
why is it okay for the guy to tell? And again, I don't know if all guys do this or they do have code words. Leave a comment because I don't know. Why can't? Why are we not adult enough or grown enough to say like, this isn't gonna work on a relationship level? I like you as a friend.
Because some people are crazy. And like yes, women can be crazy too, but like statistically like it's usually the women who are getting hurt, raped, killed like on these kind of things, like in these situations. So like I like maybe there are women who do this, maybe there aren't. Like I don't know, but I'm just saying like as a woman in today's society, like I would probably be scared going on a date with somebody I never met. So like it's not about being polite or nice, it's about being safe. And like I wouldn't say that in all situations, but like I'm sure there are girls who have been on a date and just like we're not feeling the vibes. Like the vibes are off. Like not in like a oh we're not connecting. Like in like a oh
Off,
he
yeah.
might want to try
I
to
got
kill
you.
me.
No, I get it.
So
I get it.
I think it's about that. I think girls, if you're going on a first date with someone you don't know, like just tell a friend. Have a plan in case things go south. Be safe.
Yeah.
So
So I guess that's like a perfect segue. Would you ever go on a blind date? Or what's your thoughts on blind dates?
I mean, I never went on one just because like I don't know. I never just got put in that situation. I wouldn't say I would have been opposed to it in college. Like I mean,
You were just too hot. Like you just didn't need. That's what
but
it was. Like you could just.
yeah,
You just knew guys were just after you trying to date you.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying like the opportunity never presented itself. But
Because you had guys coming up to you, blowing up your phone.
let me tell you, that's how
Example A.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry met. their friends set them up on a blind date.
Don't,
So
I
like
don't even want to talk about
girls,
Meghan Markle because like she's just full of crap.
girls, you never know. That blind date could be a prince.
Like she's really that's she said she didn't even know she was a prince.
She lied.
She's a liar. So
She
like
lied.
she's just an
But
idiot.
but she got her friends and his friends. They have mutual friends who set them up on a blind date, and now she's a princess. So
Not anymore.
well, she's still like
She literally made William or
Harry.
Harry, sorry. There's a lot of them. She really made Harry lose his spot.
Yeah, but like she's. I mean, people still consider them royal. So
I don't.
I do. So
Their Netflix was garbage.
I never watched, but
Mm.
but yeah, they met on a blind date. So like I wouldn't say I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I just like I never had that opportunity, so I don't know if I can really speak on it.
Mm.
What about you? What's your opinion on blind dates?
So,
Would you ever go on one?
I would go on one, but the only way I would go on it is like it would have to be a friend.
Like mutual friends?
No, I don't give a damn about the mutual friends.
No, like you guys would have to have mutual friends.
Yeah. So like, if my brothers or so I don't know, a really good friend of mine said, "Hey, there's this girl. I think you guys would be perfect for each other." Fine.
Yeah.
But as far as like just some rando, nah.
So, what is your opinion on setting people up on blind dates? Like, would you ever set up your friends on a blind date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they would have to know. Like, I'm not just gonna set them up with like a weirdo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Like, I would know that like, okay, like I know both of you guys really well. This would work if you
Yeah.
guys gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it won't work, but like it's not like you guys are gonna hate the date.
Yeah.
Like you guys are still gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
agree with that. I agree with that.
But yeah, as far as not knowing anything about the person that I'm going with, like
Yeah.
if it's nobody set it up and it's like I don't know, you have know how a blind date would happen. Like say okay, say like it's an arranged like you know how there's like an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
So like say if there's like you know your parents are setting you up.
Well, that's not really blind because, like, I mean, that's a blind date, but that's not like you guys don't know each other at all, like your parents do.
What do you mean? What if your
Like,
parents are just friends with their parents and they have a daughter and then my parents have
oh,
me
like
and they're
your
like okay we're
parents
gonna
don't
you guys
actually
try it.
know the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I love my parents, but like, I'm not gonna. I really, if they were to try to set me up, I don't think it would have worked.
My parents would, I don't think would have ever done that. So.
Neither of mine, but I'm just saying if that did happen. Anyways,
Yeah, if my parents tried to set me up on
we're
a
going off
blind
topic.
date, that would be I would not go on that.
I went
think.
rogue with that because like
I
that's-
like it.
yeah.
I told you guys, chaos today. That's us.
Anyways,
So moving on, what do you think about the end of the date? To kiss or not to kiss?
I
You
think
think it's important?
No, I already said it's not important, but just in the moment, you know,
Yeah.
read body language
Yeah.
from the guy. Read body language.
Yeah.
Because, like, if she wants a kiss, she's going to expect it from you, like, you to make the move.
Yeah.
But she's going to leave you, like, body language signs
Uh-huh.
of, like, if she wants it or not.
Yeah.
Guys, please, for the love of God, do not force yourself on the girl, like, if it doesn't seem like this is what she wants.
Yeah. If you're not sure,
It's
just
fine.
assume
just leave
no.
it.
Just
Yeah,
assume no.
Just leave it. Because,
Just
like, you're not
assume
going to
no.
ruin the date that way.
Yeah. But guys, if you're walking your girl to the door after the date, you know, she's lingering a little longer, she probably wants a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in the car, she's already got her keys out the purse, you know, she probably doesn't want a kiss. So like don't do it.
Okay, I have another thing. So, like, how big is, like, the touch barrier on a first date?
What do you mean? Like a little arm rub?
No, like, say, like, you're holding hands, like, is that, like, a telltale, like, that you can go in for a kiss?
No.
No, just holding hands isn't.
No.
Okay.
I don't
Because, like, I don't think we held hands.
know.
And
But
we didn't
were
kiss
at
either.
we were at dinner.
No, but I'm saying, like, in the car, like, when you're driving back or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know. I just wasn't sure if, like, that's breaking the touch barrier was like a big deal enough to like if you've broken the touch barrier, you're good to go in for like a kiss.
I don't think I can speak to this because I feel like I was like a little bit more shy. So like I think like we could have held hands and like that probably would have been enough for me, you know?
Gotcha. So the touch barrier
Like
is not enough for a
the
kiss.
kiss probably would have, I don't know. I was shy. So like the kiss might have been, I might have been just nervous. That's why you had to sneak the kiss at bogeys, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't just she'll give you I think she'll give you the signs if she wants a kiss.
I mean, yeah. I think so too, and I think it'll be pretty clear.
Yeah. So anyways, maybe we should talk about like we should give suggestions for like first dates. What do you think?
Like places to go?
Yeah, like things to do. Like if you're thinking about asking somebody on a first date, like well, what'd you do
Okay.
now?
Okay.
You first.
Okay. So I think the perfect first date spots are like places where there's activities going on. So if you can somehow, and it's pretty simple, like just go like bowling or, putt putt, something like that, to where like you're able to. A good spot is like the places now, like they have like called Punch Bowl,
Yeah.
where it's like bowling and dinner, like all in the same spot. Amazing, like spot to go. Just because like the conversation is gonna be light, you guys are gonna be having fun, like just competing against each other. Hopefully, like nobody gets their feelings hurt with like friendly banter and whatnot.
Yeah.
And be maybe don't go too crazy on banter because like maybe they can't handle it and that's something you have to figure out and you just don't know it yet, so you don't want to come off cross as like an ass.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say for don't go to movies. I don't think movies, and we did this, but I don't we went to dinner prior.
Yeah.
But like I just don't think movies are the best place just because like
You can't
you're not
talk.
talking. Yeah, you're not getting to actually know that person. Like you're just watching a movie with somebody.
Yeah.
So I don't think movies are like the best place to go as far as, like a first date. Because at the end of the day, like you're going on a first date, you are just trying to accomplish one thing. And that is strictly getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I agree with that. I think movies are like the worst thing you can do on the first date because like you don't get to know each other at all. Like it's just awkward, you know. People are holding their hands out expecting it to be held. You guys are nervous. You don't know each other. Everyone's hands are sweaty when you're holding hands, you know. It's just overall it's not fun.
Yeah.
No one wants sweaty hands in the popcorn, you know. So like just just don't do it.
Yeah, I definitely can attest. Like, whenever we're holding hands and it, like, starts sweating, like, for either one of us, because I really do think we both have sweaty hands at different times.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. But I immediately, like, just let go, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, this shit is disgusting. Like, please get away from me. And it's not just Elizabeth. Like, it's probably majority of the times me. But I don't know what to tell you. I just still get nervous with my wife holding her hand.
Yeah. Well, I agree with what Brian was saying. I think for a first date, like you want to keep it fun, you want to keep it light, you know. So I think first dates like I don't think it should be dinner for the most part. Like I think you guys should plan it around activities, like something fun for you guys both, where like it's not really conversation focused. Like you guys can still have like light, fun conversation, but like it's not as awkward as like if you're going to dinner and like you guys are just talking to each other, you know?
You know what I think would be fun?
What?
Is like going to like a pottery making thing.
I would love that.
No, not for us, like on a first date. Because like unless you're dating someone super artsy, like you're both gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yeah.
Well, also there's those things now where it's like paint and sip. So you guys like you bring drinks or like sometimes they have wine there and like it's an instructor like class, so like they teach you how to do everything. So like by the end of it, your stuff is supposed to look like really
Theirs.
like really artistic and good, and like obviously like we're not artists there, so like it doesn't always turn out exactly perfect, but I think those are really fun, and like you get some drinks, you guys can still like chat, have fun, and it's like it just takes a lot of the pressure off of like first date, like
100%.
having like like I don't know, maybe this is just me because like I said, I was a little shy, and so like the thought of just like sitting there having to talk to someone like I don't know is like just makes me nervous. But like I obviously liked Brian a lot, and like we obviously had really good chemistry, so like that didn't matter. Like we were talking the whole time, and like I don't think we ever had like awkward silences just because like we had good chemistry. But like for me now, like if I was going on first dates, like I wouldn't want to have to like sit at a restaurant and just talk to someone. Like I would rather have an activity, like something fun we could be doing where like it's just a lot less pressure, you know? So
Yeah. That's what it's about. Keep the pressure down.
yeah, I agree. So if you're doing a first date, maybe plan some activities, you know, some little mini golf, bowling, punch bowl, pottery making, paint classes, anything.
I agree.
There's a lot to do out there. So
What about a picnic?
picnic, perfect. So cute.
Acceptable?
So cute. Yes.
Okay. There you go, gents. I
Yeah.
think that'll melt a lot of girls' hearts.
Yeah, guys.
I've never done it, but if they're anything like Elizabeth, like the simple things, like just go on a picnic, pack a
Yeah.
little basket,
You can literally go to the grocery store and get those little subs from like the deli section,
Publix,
whatever.
King Supers,
Get a-
HEB.
Get a little blanket, go get a little picnic basket, you know, pack some sandwiches, a little bottle of wine.
And they
I'm
make
telling
those
you.
like pre-made charcuterie boards and stuff too. Like
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
lot you could do.
I'm telling
Get a
you.
little bottle of rosé.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're of legal age.
Yes, of course. So men, if you really want to woo your girl, I promise you, that's the way to go. Picnic, she will not be expecting that. Perfect.
And like if you are potentially going through like a first date and none of the options that we've said made any sense, or like you personally like don't enjoy those activities, DM us on Instagram and let us know and like what your thoughts are, and we'll let you know like what we think on it, and just we'll give you our advice on it and see if it's a good idea. And
Yeah. That's a perfect segue into our next segment.
oh my gosh, we just got the segues today.
I know.
We're really on a roll.
We are. So
It's the stardom. Like we're just famous now, so like we just know what we're doing.
we're podcasters. We know what's going on. But anyways, I posted some stuff on my Instagram story. So if you guys want to be a part of the episodes, follow us on Instagram because you guys are missing out if you're not following. But I posted an Instagram story yesterday letting everyone know that we were doing first dates, and I asked people to write in about their first date if they wanted to share. And we had some people write in, and some of them were pretty good. So these are first date stories from some of our listeners. Do you want to read them, or you want me to read them?
You read them. You have a better voice on mic.
Okay, no, I'll read one, and then I'll let you read one. Okay, so this one says, my now fiance asked me on a date to a sushi restaurant. I didn't know how to use chopstick at the time.
Wow, sushi.
I'm sure it wasn't a buffet. She said, I didn't know how to use chopstick at the time, so I literally ate the sushi with my hands.
Oh, jeez. This guy's probably like, who the hell? Who did I ask out tonight?
So embarrassing. But hey, we've been together almost 7 years now and are getting married in
Oh, they
January.
made it. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Okay, men, maybe sushi is the way to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, here, you can read the next one.
Let me see the next
Number 2.
one. All right. A guy once asked me on a date to the movies. As he was paying for his tickets, he looked at me and said, I would pay for you, but it's my dad's money and he doesn't know I'm with the girl. Okay, so I don't know if that first date definitely did not end in a kiss. I can tell you that much. That's funny.
Okay, this is our last one. It's kind of long. It says, so funny / traumatizing first date story here.
Jeez.
Me and my best friend were flying back to our place in Florida after visiting family for the holidays, and there was this cute guy sitting next to my friend on the plane. She had just gotten engaged, so clearly off the market with her ring. So from across the aisle, we were very clearly texting about him, and he caught on and joined the chat. We exchanged our names and number and left it at that as the plane departed. Finally, we land, and he gets off first and waits for me outside the plane so he can formally meet me in person. That's nice. He traveled for work and just so happened to be working a little over an hour away from where we lived. Long story short, we planned a date, and I drive out to meet him. We go have drinks, get to know each other, and I even met some of his friends. We may have had a few too many, so I was unable to drive home and ended up staying at his place.
Oh, my.
His hotel. We all know what happens next. The next day, I am sober and clear-headed and start to think about everything he shared with me. where he went to college, high school, sports he played, fraternity he was in, the whole 9 yards. The one thing I just couldn't get over was this man in his 20s had absolutely no social media. Red flag.
That's suspicious.
So, of course, I go into full detective mode. I searched the last name he gave me, and his friend I met popped right up, so I knew he was lying. Well, I knew people that went to high school with him, so I hit them up and asked if they knew him. Clearly, he gave me a fake name, so that didn't work out, but luckily I took a picture of us and was able to send that to them. The picture did it, and I finally found out who he really was. Come to find out, the only real thing this man didn't lie to me about was the high school he attended. But here's the kicker. Once I had his real name, not only did I find all his social media accounts, but I also found out he had a wife of
Oh
1 year.
my God.
Needless to say, I called him out on it and contacted his wife to tell her I felt horrible. I am traumatized from meeting random men on a plane, and they are still married to this day with a baby on the way.
Wow. Well, that wife didn't care.
That's
Maybe they're in an open
horrible.
relationship.
That's horrible. Not a good first date story. That's not good.
No, that is not good.
Not good at all.
That
Poor
was
girl.
juicy, yeah. Sorry. Sorry to whoever wrote that in. That is tough.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for words. I was not expecting to hear that.
Yeah, so that's first dates from our listeners. So follow us on Insta if you want to be featured on the show next time.
Yeah, guys, follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Are those the only ones?
Yep.
Instagram and TikTok. Please like, rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast just so we can get, an understanding and how we're doing on our podcast and everything. We're really here for you guys. So at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do, is just bring value for you guys.
And we want to do advice on the show. So if you guys ever want advice, on relationships, literally anything. If it's not relationships, it doesn't have to be. But
Right.
we'd love to give you guys advice. So shoot us a DM, email us at thenewlywedspod@gmail.com. All the things. We will accept anything, and we will give you advice on the show.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys, so much for listening. This is the second episode of
The Newlyweds.